Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Ebro Show, and we are so honored to have a very, very special friend of mine, somebody I consider a friend in the game. I don't get to see her a lot because she's living her life and being amazing. Her name is Nicki Minaj.
How are you, Ibrahim?
We haven't sat down in years.
Right.
But it's been 5 years since the last album.
That's right.
But so much great things have happened for you in that 5 years, outside of music. And I want to try to hear from you on those things, if possible. A lot of that you gave us in the album, too. You let us in.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to start there.
And that's what happened. And then when I speak on it, I look like, no. Y'all just don't want to hear the truth because y'all know y'all don't really belong. Because a rapper that belong rises to the challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was having so much writer's block and dealing with, being a mom and losing my father and losing a couple other people that were really close to me. But when Drake sent me Seeing Green, even though I went down in my studio 3 different times, I got it done. I pushed myself to be better. I was mad at myself for being like, I'm like, am I late? Like, what is wrong? Like, what's happening? But I know one thing. I knew I was going to send him back a motherfucking verse he was going to motherfucking love. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. Sacrifice, too, about, like, it's your passion. The fucking best basketball player in the world, the best boxer in the world, they sacrifice. Why? Because they want to be the best. So why is it in music there's no trade anymore?
Well, it's always like this world we exist in. I've dealt with it for 30 years in this game where it's like, oh, that's what the people are saying they like now? All right. So, boom. You play it for them. Mm-hmm. You're always constantly fighting like, yo, here's that real, though. Y'all need to love this real.
Really?
Here go this real.
Really?
Here go this real.
Really?
Yeah.
You personally be fighting for this real? The real?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, no. I ain't going to. No, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's definitely people who are not great rappers. They can land on a good song.
And ain't nothing wrong with that.
They can land on a good song.
There's nothing wrong with that. And I want to make that very, very clear. Making a song is a very difficult thing to do consistently, and making hits consistently, that's a very difficult thing to do. So I would never downplay that.
Well, and your ability to do all of it is why I think this album, and if people haven't got to it yet in their own brain, I think they're there. That you are, hands down, the most consistent woman we've ever seen in rap. And you've taken it farther and been delivered. This album, I'm serious. We just watched Beyonce work that Renaissance album for 1.5 years. That joint was out. Then she went on tour, was still on tour. It was 1 year old. Just now put out the movie we 18 months from, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what this Pink Friday 2 is.
Thank you.
This is that level.
Thank you.
I'm just pushing yourself. Is it all you all the time? Because I've seen you work where it's just beat and you're locked in at that laptop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I used to use a laptop. Wow.
Right? For days on end trying to get it right. Is that still the mode of operation where it's just you and that laptop? Or you?
I don't use the laptop no more. And I stopped, well, I don't think I used to do this at that time when I was with the laptop. I started doing more just laying a reference. To get the melody and my voice and all that other stuff down first, because I have a lot of different things.
Voice changes, inflections, like where you want to put certain shit.
Right. So I started doing that first now. So mostly it's me and my engineer, Juice. He's been my engineer. He actually, he engineered Super Bass because he was working with Esradine at the time. And then like 1 year or 2 later, he became my engineer. He's been my engineer since. He's amazing. I love him. But it's usually just me and him in the studio. I was getting the beat and just vibing out and deciding what I want the song to be about. It tapped me back into me, where I was getting those beats and just making up. I wish that I could have this moment for life. It wasn't like, I'm trying to make a hit. Oh, can somebody help send me a hit? Can somebody send me this? No.
Just come with that fire.
It's just coming from my heart.
Right. I would love to hear from you about this tour.
Okay.
right? Because you haven't been out on tour in
a while, a long time. Over 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, over 5 years.
And this is worldwide. I mean, you've given us, I think, domestic dates so far, right?
Domestic and Europe.
There's some Europe in there.
Yeah, some Europe in there so far.
Anything for South America, Australia, Japan?
Oh, we always end up going to Australia. Normally end up going to Japan as well. Well, I went to Japan my first go around. I loved Japan.
Japan's
like, oh my
incredible.
God. But yes, we would like this time to expand. But I do want to definitely do South America because they always hitting me up.
Do you think people know how much you love other rappers? Do you think you get a bad rap, like you don't like other rappers? Because I know you like.
I don't know. I have so many rappers that I really, really, really care about as human beings too, outside of rap. And yes, tons of rappers. Well, I'm a fan of rap. That's why I'm a rapper. Right. So yes, I'm a fan of a lot of people, a lot of artists, female rappers, male rappers. And I have actual friendships with some female rappers. And it's so fucked up that, like, because I play that bad guy role, and I love it so much. But I always say, like, when I'm saying stuff, I'm not talking about the girls that I fuck with. And I know that they know that because they know me. Like, if you know me, you know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so people that feel hit dog, gon' holler, right? There's so many girls and male rappers that I genuinely care about as human beings and artists. I love the culture. Most of the times when I'm like being sarcastic, people think I'm serious. You know? Again, because they don't know.
Yeah, they don't know you well enough to know.
But you can't go around explaining every day. So you know what? If they misunderstand, they'll catch up later. But as long as my fans like the music, that's all I care about.
Nikki, it was a pleasure sitting with you today.
It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you
for giving so much of your time, too.
Thank you for having me.
And we're going to expect to see you, like, because when you're outside working, you're outside working.
Yeah.
And we're going to be seeing a lot of you, hopefully. The tour. Are we going to get videos to the album at some point?
Yes.
Yes. Will we get a video to the Forward from Trini? For all the Caribbean massive.
I would love to. I knew you was going to rock with that too. I know, I know New York going to always get it. Yeah, I would love to.
At multiple points in the album, I forget the song, but you talk about moving to America. I started as, being an immigrant here, starting from the bottom, working your way up. At multiple points in the album, you remind people like, yo, I got here from zero.
Right.
From zero.
Yes, because I think especially like a lot of new artists, I think they think that one day I just woke up and I was like a rich person that was saying I was the queen of rap and just woke up. It's so bizarre. But
people only know what they know and don't do research. You know the world we live in.
Yeah, it's okay. But little by little, you work and you continue to work, and eventually if they like what you're doing, they'll research it and learn about you and rock with you.
Nicki Minaj, go get that Pink Friday too. Thank you so much, sis.
Thank you, brother. Love you.
Yes. Yes, bravo. Give it up to this lady, the greatest in the game.